ones go Productions.
Hey cinephiles, I'm David from Down the Rabbit Hole, the movie judge, and this is The Real Verdict, a movie podcast with a twist where we not only rate movies, but we prosecute the shit out of them. Joining me are two of the most beautiful people on the planet, and they will either be defending the movie or prosecuting it, and then I will make my final verdict. Either they are worthy and thus innocent, or unworthy and guilty as fuck. Be warned, there will be spoilers, so if you haven't watched this movie, go watch it now and then come back.
Lights go down, curtains drawn, time to set the scene. David, Alicia, Kevin on the mic, breaking down the movies you love, day or night, from the classics to the blockbusters, brand new. Every Monday they've got the real review. The Real Verdict, grab your seat, it's showtime. Popcorn's ready and the takes are prime. Action, drama, horror, comedy, no scripts unturned. The Real Verdict podcast, where the spotlight burns. So dim the lights, let the credits roll. It's the real verdict, time to know.
So please welcome mean mugging Kevin Sapiel Jr. from Where the Weird Ones Are, and Alicia, Thanksgiving having Watsington.
Hello.
Watsington?
From Twisted and Uncorked.
You know what? That's my
Watsington.
Thanksgiving name. It works.
I love it. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in
Happy
Canada, by the
Thanksgiving.
way. Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So the movie we're
It's
putting on
Turkey Day.
trial today is The Long Walk. Alicia, can you please give us a brief description?
The Long Walk is a 2025 dystopian survival thriller film directed and produced by Francis Lauren from a screenplay by J.T. Molnar. So the movie is based off of a book by Stephen King. And it literally rocked my world all over again, just like the book did. I will say that. So
Wow. So I know who my defense is today. Who's my prosecutor?
I think it's going to be Kevin again. What are we rating it? What are our initial ratings to decide?
The judge can go first.
Yes. I'm going to give this one a 7.9. I did like this movie. I thought that it had listen, I'm going to say this right now. The shootings were brutal, man. The shootings were up close and brutal. Holy shit. That's why it's not a 7.5. It was crazy to me to watch this. I think they wanted you to feel the pain of this. And I like that part. It was 7.9. I really felt this movie. But that's where I'm at right now. Kevin?
Mm-hmm. I give it an 8. I was really pulled in to this movie, and I know. So I want to read the book like really fucking bad now.
Okay.
Bad now.
Right.
I wasn't really interested in reading the book, and I think just the dialogue, watching this and watching everything go down, like the acting of those kids was phenomenal, all around. I don't think there was anything that I saw acting wise that was kind of like me, corny or whatever. You know, I thought it was well done by everybody. They definitely could have had anybody as the major. Literally anybody would have worked fine. I don't think Mark Hamill brought anything different than that. I think that would be my only discrepancy with the film right now, as I'm talking about it, is Mark Hamill. Like he was fine. Like there was nothing wrong with him. It was a character that you could have just plugged in with anybody, and I think they used his star power to bring an audience in what audience that would be. I don't know. But regardless, the dialogue, it's a dialogue heavy movie. And I think anybody that can write a dialogue heavy movie deserves some kind of award because that is crazy.
Well,
It was
that's
good
draw
stuff.
why
Yeah, you're right.
Stephen King was the perfect, like, well, I should say, is the perfect book to movie person for me because he develops characters so well. So I
Absolutely.
actually gave this a slightly higher rating than Kevin, but I've read the book. So I don't know if that will skew what you guys think afterwards. We may have to do a part 2 follow up after these two read it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I actually gave it an 8.5 pieces of popcorn on my rating. So
Pieces of popcorn. Good job.
8 strawberry daiquiris with extra sugar on the rim. Yum.
ooh, yum. I could go for a strawberry daiquiri right now. But I agree with Kevin. It's hard to do a script heavy movie and still have you feel everything that you feel and fall in love with each of the characters for different reasons. And there's such character development in like 6 days. Who
Mhm.
can capture your attention for that long? And I think because of the nature of the movie, they're going on a literal long walk, guys, if you haven't watched this.
Mhm.
But the whole point of it is to ramp up productivity following the after war like economy dip and kind of like funk of society. And it's super fucked up that one person from every state is chosen to do this. They're all men. And I think they said that you have to be at least 21 at the beginning when they were talking about it because they didn't believe that Curly was 21 years old. I think that was the age that you had to
Right.
be. And um it was just heavy. Like me and Kevin both left the movie theater, my Kevin being like, "Oh." And like he loved it as well. Like he rated it. He said, "What are you giving it as a rating?" And I said 8.5. And he's like, "I'm actually going to go above you and rate it a 9." But he really likes movies that
Wow.
make you feel that are set in like a time period that is different than ours. And I think that Stephen King loves like the 1950s to 1980s. Like that's his shtick. That's his like favorite time period to write in. And um, some of his greatest books have come from there. So I just think it's really interesting that it was released in
Right.
2025 when most of our world is also in an economic dip. So it's almost kind of like more of a let's go fucking people because this could be what we go back to. Not to say that this is based on real events, but a lot of writers have done that. Like it gave like Hunger Games vibes almost
Yeah.
where it's like the
I was
entertainment
just going to
piece.
say that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
Hunger
just
Games, big time. I was feeling
why do
that
you
right
need
off.
to watch 49 people die in order for you to be productive for a whole other year? Like that's fucked up. That's so fucked up. So
Yeah.
I loved it though.
Especially
I
young
definitely
men who
cried
can be
as
productive,
predicted.
right?
Yeah. And it's just like mentally the strength that it would take to go through this. Like the first 2 days or at least the first few hours, you see like a goofier side to all of them where they're like trying to be positive about it and trying to like strategize with each other. But then as you go into it, it's like there's no strategy for this. All of these people around me are going to die and I have to outwalk them. Like you see every person that drops, you see the weight of it on our protagonist, Cooper Hoffman. He plays Raymond Garrity, which was the main character. I also think that it's really smart from a director's point of view that they used all B-list cast other than Mark Hamill. And I agree with Kevin. It could have been anybody. Me and my Kevin were laughing because Mark Hamill has been in everything lately. Like, have you guys watched The Fall of the House of Usher?
Yes.
So he
I
plays
have
like
not.
a crotchety like lawyer in that. He's just
Yep.
like in his crotchety old man phase right now. So him playing the major just made me laugh as soon as I saw him come on the screen.
Yeah. when he yells
I
and
was
his head's shaking, I was like, is he going like, is he having an issue there? Because he's like, let's fucking go, and I was like,
Oh,
that sounds like a old lady.
it turned me off. His whole part kind of turned me
Yeah,
off to the movie because everyone else was on their game
dude,
except
for
Mark
real.
Hamill. Mark Hamill was going over the top. He didn't have to do that. You
Mm,
don't have to add
mm,
to it, man. It's there on the page. Just read it. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So
yep.
every time he came on, it took me out of the movie. And I'm like,
I
oh,
agree.
look,
It was
there's
a little
fucking
too
Luke
much.
Skywalker
And I
fucking it up
love
on
Mark
stage.
Hamill, so that's saying something.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't hate him.
I don't think he's a bad actor or anything, but this was not a part for him, I don't think. Um,
Right.
again,
It should have caused anyone else.
yeah, it could have been anybody else, but the kid that plays Pete, I meant to look up his name and write it down first, but that kid, if
David
he does
Johnson.
if he
Yeah.
doesn't get some kind of recognition for this,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah.
Well, the only
So
other
I
thing
think
that he's
he
super
is
well
the
known
next.
for is Alien Prometheus, which I think we talked about when we watched the trailer.
Mhm.
And he was phenomenal
Right.
in that. And sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Yes,
off
he
there,
was.
movie judge. Who do you think that he is the next?
No. He to me, he's about to explode. This guy is going to be
I would agree.
like a Jake Gyllenhaal. He's going to be like
He
something
does
that's
intend
on
to
the
be
cuff.
well.
He does it well. I think eventually, when he gets older, he may be a Denzel Washington type. He's going to mark my words. This kid's going to hit the stratosphere, and he's going to be a major star because he can do the job. He did so well.
I agree. He
And
did
did
so
y'all get this
well.
feeling in the movie that because I'm a not trusting person. So Garrity doesn't trust his character Peter, right? Because he's constantly helping him. He's constantly trying to be there for him. I was like Peter. I was like, like Garrity. I was like, what does this guy want from me? Is this his strategy? Is he trying to take advantage of me in some way? But he wasn't, man. He was there
Well,
to
that's
help.
his
None
nature
of them were.
is distrusting because of what happened to, we learn, his
Right.
dad.
His dad, yeah.
Right.
I think that this courtroom is kind of like a defense on all sides. And I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be that way because it's a Stephen King novel. Like, it's not going to be a bad movie. No matter what. It's not going to be a
the
bad movie.
only bad thing that I seen produced from a Stephen King novel was Thinner. Thinner fucking sucked. That's
The
that's
book
my
was so
opinion.
good, though, man. I could not put
Lackluster,
that
but the
book
book
down.
is so good. So it's
Yeah,
really
well,
hard to
that's
top.
the problem.
Yeah, it's hard
That's
to
the
do a movie
problem
like
is
that.
that the books are always better,
So
no
good.
matter what. But yeah,
So permission to give you guys spoilers for this as somebody that read the book before seeing the movie.
yeah.
Please.
Because there are some
Please.
differences that I think are important to discuss for any of our listeners that have read and seen it. So I'm going to give you guys the biggest spoiler of all. The ending is completely different in the book. In the book,
I saw that coming. When I watched the ending, I was like, "There's no way Stephen King ended it like that."
No. So my Kevin had never read the book and he was watching my fate. I cried the whole time. We called this in the trailer episode, guys. I was gonna cry.
There was
but I
one
was
death that
freaking
made me
out.
cry.
Who was that?
It was Art.
Oh yeah, that one hurt. The Four Musketeers, that one's very sweet. And even the characters that you don't love, like Stebbins and
Barkowitz.
yeah, you don't like either of them from the beginning. They immediately turn you off, but you see like a shift in humanity that I think is the core of this movie. Like, I don't know if you guys felt that when you watched this too, but there's just like a weight to it. It's like how much like evolution can a person have over 6 days when they know that their inevitable demise is ahead of them? Like,
Right.
and being around
So Stephen
people
King has a
would change you.
character. Sorry, Stephen King has a character in almost all his movies where there's kids involved. That's the bad kid, right? The bad guy. And this Stebbins guy was this one in that movie. But like Alicia says, at some point, like he was just being bad. He didn't mean to have that kid killed, right? That he was
Well, that's
messing around
Barkowitz.
with. it really
That was
affected him.
Barkovich. Stebbins
affected
was
him, right?
the
Sick
really
one.
buff guy that ended up disclosing that
Oh, the
he
sick
was
one
Mark
the
Hamill's
one that they thought was like
son.
Superman
Yeah,
in the beginning,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so the other bad guy, the bad guy, basically, when he got that kid killed, he realized that, at any point he can be the next one. I think towards the end he realized he was going to die, so he wanted to
Well,
make
that
up
and
for
you
it.
see a
He wanted to
shift
make
in like
friends.
how he reacts to the kid's death, like almost like it was as if he realized the weight of his actions at times. Like he immediately started blaming himself and then carried it for 3 more days.
Yeah,
So
Yep. Yeah.
yeah,
And I was expecting something. I really was after that, and then Pete was talking shit to him, and he's like, "I got something for you." I was like, "Oh, what is he gonna do?" But he never did anything, you know. So
if
I was
anything, he saw like the power of like kindness and like making friends along the way, even though it's gonna hurt more, it makes the experience a little more enjoyable. And like when he's kind of out of it at the end and right before he dies, he really wants to be a part of their
right.
their core group.
Yep.
And that was really oh, his death fucked me up though. That like my Kevin called it because he was holding the spoon and waving it around in his hand.
Uh,
And Kevin's like, I don't like that he's holding that spoon and like rambling like this. Like he is not okay. But still in the back of my head, I'm like, no, he's not. No, a spoon? Oh,
yeah.
I know,
that was rough.
David, you touched on the deaths being rough, but that one was rough too.
That was
Ooh.
rough. Yeah,
I
I didn't like when
think
Hank went out.
Hank. Which one's that?
The one that got shot
Hank
in the
was
stomach, the short Asian
Oh,
guy of
yeah,
the
Olsen.
Three
Hank
Musketeers.
Olsen.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 yeah. Olsen, played by Ben Wang. He was
He
great.
did
He was
it. I
hilarious. I
loved his
thought,
character.
Amazing. Amazing.
right?
I'll go out when this piece of gum goes out. When it loses flavor, man, I'm done.
He was great. Yeah, I really
But
enjoyed
that's the
that
power of
character.
Stephen King. You like all of these characters for different reasons, and you learn little bits about them at the time that make them such a complete person. You don't know their whole life story, but they all feel like complete people. To me,
Yes.
at least.
Yeah. Yeah. It was weird. It was weird because like I expected because watching it and getting to know them, like obviously the core four. I was like, I feel like when the because I know there's gonna be 3 of them that are gonna die at least, and I know one of them's gonna live. I was like, and I was trying to prepare myself for how I was gonna feel, and when Olsen died, it didn't. But what bothered me is that they left him dead, like dying.
Mhm.
They
As like
didn't
a
finish him off.
punishment for charging them. And they
Right.
Yeah,
did that
Yeah,
to a few people,
yeah,
they
like
did.
yeah.
that weren't
Like the kid
named
that
or
they ran the
necessarily
legs over.
memorable. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
I
left
can't remember
God.
his name.
him. But I don't know why, but Art was like literally the only one that drew tears out of my eyes.
I think because I think are very similar to him as a person. Like you have your religion that you're very passionate about. You care about other people so deeply and helping people so deeply. Like that was
Right. Very
his.
loving,
I
very
think you could
caring.
relate to him. Very like the fact that he ran back to Olsen, and I literally thought
I
that
thought he
they
was
were
gonna
gonna
die
have
right then.
him. I thought he was putting his head against him on purpose so it would kill both of them at the same time. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah,
I was like, get up, get up. And it was funny because me and Kevin were one of 4 people in the movie theater because this has been out for so long already.
shit. Yeah,
And I couldn't hold it in. Like, I was probably like a menace to everyone in there. I was like, no! Like, I was so, like, I was so into it. And I think that they did a phenomenal job. I was kind of like, when I read the book, I remember throwing the book at the ground and just being like, oh, like, why?
yeah.
Why is this like a thing? Like, why, like, didn't it promote any change? Why didn't it, like, if they had gone through this and it had been for something, like some sort of positive change, I could have lived with that, but it's not. And that I think is like,
Right.
the power of what we're dealing with now. Like nothing is changing. We're like people are all going through the shit right now. Not anything as heavy as this, but like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like it's just That's life. It's kind of like a that's life movie, and I like those movies, but I also hate them at the same time. Because they just make me mad. You
Yeah.
know
It
what
just
I
feels
mean?
like
Like
it's so
you
close.
made me feel everything.
Yeah. It was that first death freaking
Well, that's what I mean with it coming out in 2025. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, really. Yeah,
that would never
absolutely.
happen.
No,
Anything
no,
like that
no.
would
But
never happen. For
Curly's death
real.
hurt. I didn't know his was the first. I think that's where you were going with that, Kevin, because we saw
Yeah,
his death in the trailer.
the very first one where he's sitting on the ground, and they come up behind him and they freaking like blow a hole through his face and his head goes like that. Both of us, I was like,
I closed
oh
my eyes.
shit,
I
and
didn't see
freaking
that.
Ali said at the same time in unison. We're both like, oh shit. I was like, holy
Yeah.
cow! Did
It
not
was
that?
very
I mean, I
brutal.
knew it, but I knew it was gonna happen, but I didn't. But like the way they showed it was like it was crazy.
Right.
It was wild to me.
They made
Did
a very big
Angie
point
watch
about
it
it. They
with
were
you,
making a
Movie Judge?
huge Yes.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. I think
She
we're
did
all
watch it
lagging a
and
little
she
bit.
really enjoyed it.
I'm glad she
Yeah.
enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
I'm glad we all got to watch this
really
with our
did.
partners.
Yeah.
I think it would have been too heavy for
Uh,
Kevin's kids.
So yeah, well, yeah, yeah. But I wrote down in here while I was watching the movie in the beginning, like I was like, it seems like they don't know that to survive, that means that some people have to die. But then as it goes on, obviously we know.
The weight of that just keeps getting heavier.
Yeah. And
mhm.
like I found it interesting, like conspiracy wise, that Ray was 47 and Pete was 23, being that they're the last surviving members, and 47 and 23 are big numbers in conspiracy realms.
Well, that
I
is
mean,
interesting.
yeah. So, and then I wrote down, it seems to be an epidemic of laziness in the country. Because at the beginning, that's what he says. This is to promote.
Is it called The Birth of Gen Z? No offense to Gen Zs listening to this. Please don't not listen to us or give us a bad review for that. I apologize. Case in point, can I give an example?
Go ahead.
I feel like I've become my mother. When I got our
Boy.
popcorn,
Oh man.
so at our movie theater, they have like these little, they're not fridges, but they're like little enclosed spaces where they put like popcorn that's scooped and like certain things for when they're in a rush so they can just grab it. Like somebody is scooping it and putting it in there and somebody is grabbing it and giving it to the next person. But they always seem to do this when it's not busy. So there's like 5 or 6 popcorns in there and they just taste sad, is how I would describe it.
Yeah.
So I got one once upon a time, but they have like a whole bin of overflowing fresh popcorn. So the girl handed me that and I was like, "Can I get a fresh scooped one?" And she looked like I just ruined her whole fucking day. Like I was like, and I was nice about it. You guys know me. I was like, "Oh, like I'm sorry. Like can I please
Put
get..."
you in the fucking
And
face if you don't.
she was like, for the rest of our interaction, I'm like, "This is your job."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I bet in her mind she was like, this motherfucker. I just put a whole bunch out and you want me to give you a fresh one? Fuck.
yeah, I don't want the one
Okay,
that you
princess,
scooped
let me go
25
get it
minutes
for
ago
you.
and left out. No, thank you. I don't know if any
So let me
of
ask
our
a question,
listeners
guys.
have movie theaters like that. Please let me know if they have like pre-scooped snacks and if it would bother you, because I need to know that I'm not a princess.
The theater I go to,
You are a
it's
princess.
always freshly scooped. Always.
We have those windows where they put
To
it
the
in
wall?
there. You go and get it when you're called. Pretty much. Did we know, or did they mention in the movie what war happened?
No.
They didn't, right? I was
They just
curious
kept
about
saying
that.
the war.
It's after World War II.
It looks like 60s, 50s or
Really?
60s. That's what it looks like to me.
Okay, but it's
Let me
obviously an alternate
confirm.
reality.
Let me
type thing.
confirm. What year?
Also, I wanted to point out and tell me what you think about this. The fact that killing 49 boys so that people can watch this and it builds productivity, what does that say about the public at large? That they get off to this?
It doesn't
Is that
make
what they're
any
saying?
it doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense
I
to
was
me.
confused by that.
My
So,
apologies. It
which
takes
is
place
why,
in 1969.
yeah. So,
What?
it's
So it was a
just a
war that
it's a fake war. It's just
just a
like
war.
Castle Rock is a fake town, that he writes
Yeah.
about all the time. So,
But it's a war we barely got by, apparently.
but he does use Freeport in the in this story, it seems, because Ray Garrity's from Freeport, and Freeport
Right.
is a main town, and it's a prominent town. It's actually kind of like a little Richie. They're kind of like there,
That's why I
but
thought it was funny that everyone kept calling him a bumpkin, because I'm like, not the right part for that, but okay.
yeah, yeah. And Stephen King writes a lot about the Royal River, which goes between Freeport and Yarmouth. He uses the Royal River in his fictitious town, Castle Rock, and Stand By Me. And he actually uses the Royal River a few times in a couple other of his stories. But I do think that I like the mental health aspect of it, how it shows the breakdown slow. You're not like, where did this
You're
action
making our
come from
movie
out of
judge
nowhere?
cry. Okay, settle down here.
Sorry, should I moon mug?
I'm teasing you, David, because you were wiping your eyes.
I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
I'm teasing you. You were wiping your eyes while Kevin was talking, and I was like, settle down, okay? You're making our movie judge cry.
Also, you want to know what pissed me off? Is that they couldn't take a bathroom break.
Oh shit! Oh, they did
That
take bathroom.
Yeah, that
breaks.
was dark.
Well, I mean, they
Why?
technically did, but they had to do it within like 2 seconds, or else they were gonna die. I was like, holy cow! I was like, that's
nuts, man,
crazy.
yeah. Another thing is, Angie actually asked this question: do they sleep at night and then walk in the morning? The answer clearly is no. They walk
No.
straight through.
Yeah.
That was insane to
They're
me,
like,
man.
you know that feeling when, like, right when you're falling asleep, like that feeling of falling where you're not really asleep, but you're asleep?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys have ever had that if you, like, I do this when I fall asleep on a plane. Like, I feel like I'm asleep, but I'm aware, if that
Yeah.
makes any sense. Or if I'm, like, in public at all. Okay.
I do that when I'm driving.
Holy shit!
Kevin!
I know, it's a problem.
Look at the
But, like,
that face.
so they were talking
That
about
was
that. They
great.
were like, your brain is messed up. Like, you can have a dream and be asleep, but your legs are still moving because your body knows that that's what it needs to survive.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, they were supporting each other. Like, you see that when they have their arms around each other and they're kind of like
Arm in
moving each
arm.
other along.
Yeah.
But that's why a lot of them die in the middle of the night, because they are asleep and they are going a speed below 3 kilometers or whatever they're meant to, or sorry, not kilometers, miles, that they're meant to keep pace with. But that's why
And
a lot of them die in the middle of the night. And then that scene when they're all half asleep and walking up the hill, I'm like, oh,
I saw
I'm
the
gonna
sign
cry
for the
again, like-
upgrade, and I was like, oh shit. And he had just woken up, kind of, sort of, and was talking
Yeah.
shit to Pete real quick about, why are you being so fucking nice to me? And then the upgrade comes, and they're like, this is where everybody dies.
You would be sleep deprived as hell, though. So you would.
Oh, for
and like,
sure.
Ray Garrity is already a distrusting person because of what happened to his family. But
Mhm.
he also is like, you do see that character arc a little bit. But he, like, loves Pete's outlook on life and his, like, ability to see the positive in everything, and, like, how good of a man that he is, more than he has the ability to change, which is why it ends the way that it does.
Right.
But it's the bathroom breaks bothered me, but also the sleep bothered me. And then on top of that, some of them were suffering from injuries, like
Yeah.
horrific injuries. The
Like
writer,
Harkness.
whose ankle had, like, broken and was
Yeah.
sideways, he was
Harkness, yeah.
literally walking on, like,
He was
I
walking
don't
on
want
his
to say a
ankle.
nub
He was
because
walking
his
on his
foot wasn't
ankle.
amputated yet, but oh my god.
It was almost
I-
there. Yeah.
When I saw him and he was talking about writing, I was like, Stephen King puts himself in his stories every
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
He had the
And then he kills
glasses and
himself.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
all the
gotta.
time.
Yeah,
All
I
the
was very
time.
impressed with. I was very
I
impressed
was
with those actors.
I
They
was
did
way
a great
more
job.
impressed with this movie than I thought I was gonna be. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um,
Which
it's
is
not a ho- it's not a
disturbing
horror
since
movie.
it
It's
didn't
a
do well in the
dystopian
box
thriller.
office.
But yeah,
It's
well,
suspense.
right, yeah, suspense.
You're in like a mode of fight or flight the entire time you're watching this movie.
Right.
Also,
I'll say this:
I wanted
I
to
didn't
say
cry
something real
in this
quick.
movie,
You
but at the
didn't
end of
cry?
the movie, no, I didn't cry. I don't cry
That
in movies, but
surprises
at
me.
the very end, when Garrity tells Pete that he loves him, I love you, I love you. I was this close, man. I was that close. I had to suck it
It's
back
a
up. I had to-
brotherhood.
You
It's a
got no
brotherhood.
fucking soul, Doug.
That
That's right,
surprises me.
baby.
You have such
I
a big
don't.
heart, David. I thought for sure that you would cry.
Oh, almost got me. Almost got me. Very
I
close.
freaking I wrote down a quote from the movie that I
Let's hear it,
thought
big dog.
I really liked,
Break it down.
and it says, "This moment matters." That was my favorite. He said because Pete says it several times, and then
I loved
he
that.
gets Ray
Yeah.
to say it a few times too.
Yeah.
He changed his
Because
mind, man. He
it's all
changed his
about
mind, and I love that.
appreciating little moments like this moment. This moment matters. I'm hanging out with my friends.
Yes.
We're recording something fun. Like,
That's right.
no, it's not life or death, but it matters as a moment that's something that's has an ability to be positive. I love Pete so much. So I'm going to
Yeah.
spoil something for you guys. So in the book, Pete dies. They swap the ending for the
So I
movie
think
and the book.
that Pete dies in this one too. I believe that because what he did to the major, whatever,
Yeah, and then he just
we
walks
don't
off. I'm
see
like,
it
no,
as
none
he's
of the
walking
soldiers
down.
are
I
gonna
think
shoot
they
him.
end him. Yeah.
So
They're not
that's
gonna
what
let
they
him live
implied
after
in the
that.
movie
Sorry.
is that he dies.
Yeah,
That he is shot for his actions, and
Yeah.
that's why the street is quiet. That's why he's walking off by himself. But in the book,
Mhm.
Pete dies. He sits down when he's ready, like he says earlier in the movie. So that's why I was like, like the whole time, because when he sat down, I'm like, no, this is it, and I'm not
And
ready
I think they threw that in there. I think they threw that like that
for the
because
people
of
that
the
read the book.
readers. Yes.
Right.
They totally did. It was a dick move.
This is what pissed me off about the movie. This ending pissed me off because the entire time Pete is trying to show Garrity that doing that to the major is wrong. It's not going to help him.
Yes.
You need to leave the negative in the past. You need to not be like your father. Why did his father choose that
death.
for him? That's just that blew me. That's another thing. But at the end,
It felt selfish.
he actually changes his mind. So Garrity has changes. He's not going to do that, if he wins. So I love that. And then after all this, he asks for the gun. And then he does what Garrity was going to do.
That was
I did not
because
like
of the
that.
pain of losing his friend was too much for him.
Right. But no, he was telling him not to do this. And
yeah,
then he
was.
does it for him.
But he didn't understand the
didn't like
pain of
that.
losing somebody that you cared so much about when
True.
Ray did.
That's true.
So Pete losing
Ray
Ray was like, he's like, I get it now, and fuck you. Fuck this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wish he didn't do it. I wish he
didn't do it either.
Mark Hamill deserved it. Let's face it. For that performance, he deserved to get shot.
For that performance,
So
he
that was-
deserves
that
to
was
be
a good part
voted out
about
of this
me.
movie.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that I could have done a better job as Major. Just saying.
Hell yeah, you could have. It would have been a lot more
You could've
chaotic,
what?
but okay, that's smart.
Let's get back to
Back to it.
get back to business.
Speaking of Native American and bothersome deaths.
Parker.
Yeah, that one hurt too. The fact that he had to kill himself, I'm just like, at least he had that option, unlike some of the people that were just left behind, like Olsen. But
Yeah. I did
it
like
also
that he
just,
killed a
like-
soldier.
yeah, he did take somebody out on his way out.
Yeah, he did.
But do you
I'm
think
surprised he
that
didn't take
that's,
the
like,
other
them
guy. He could easily
mentally
take the other
snapping?
guy out. Why didn't he take the other guy out? because he
Yeah.
shot the first guy and then he
That's
just
what I
went
was
bang
saying.
bang.
That's what the fuck I was
Exactly.
saying. When it was happening,
what
he's
the
like,
hell, man?
and then he turns to the people that are far away from him, and there's a gun right
Yeah.
here that points right at him. Why didn't I'm like, I stood up, and I was like,
Yeah.
why the fuck are you shooting that guy?
I was confused by that too. I was like, dude, he's right there. He's right
I
there.
stood up.
Come on.
I
It's a good
did.
thing. It's a good thing you didn't see this in theater. You and I are
It is.
disruptive as fuck.
I would have been yelling. And the movie theater that I go to, people like to have their dinner and stuff because they serve food, they serve meals, and we have little tables and stuff.
That's like our
So,
VIP theater. We have to pay more for that shit. God damn
oh
it.
shit,
I gotta move to Maine, clearly. They're doing it right over there.
yeah, yeah. Anyways, I would have everybody would have been like, "What the fuck?
What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
He's really into the movie, okay? Much like myself, so.
I
It
probably
was
would have
good.
thrown like a chicken wing at the screen or something. I was like, shoot that fucking guy right next to you.
I mean, I get it. It's like, but you never know how you would react or do in a situation until you're actually in it, right? So
I've been in some situations, homie. I know how
I
I'm
hope
gonna act.
nothing like this movie. Good
Yeah,
lord.
I don't. Yeah, come on.
I mean,
You're still alive.
I've had guns in my face before. If you want to.
Me too.
I don't like that. No, I'm gonna keep it the same. I think all of us. I think I have the highest rating out of all of us.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
don't think that you guys told
8.5.
me anything that would bring it down in any way for me. So I'm sticking with my 8.5 popcorns.
Yeah. There's
All right.
literally
How about you,
no
Kevin?
prosecution on this one. To be honest with you, I'm sticking with
Yeah.
8.
It's all defense for sure. I really did enjoy the movie. I was
That's
angry
okay.
about
We're
a
just
couple of
coming to
things,
the
like I
courtroom
said.
to be positive.
That's right. Here's my verdict, guys. I'm changing my vote. 7.9, I think, is not good enough. Yes, Mark Hamill sucks in this movie, and yes, Pete ended up shooting the major, but that was a plus. So I'm gonna push it up to 8.1. That's where I'm gonna end it. I think this movie is innocent. You should definitely watch this movie if you haven't. It's already out of some theaters, I think, but you can probably get it on streaming soon. So
The 26th.
the 26th of October, people. What's today? What are we dropping on?
This actually might be out by the 26th. I mean,
All right.
this might around the 26th.
This comes out on November 3rd.
Fabulous.
Well, this comes out on November 3rd.
Booyah Shaka. You can go see the movie. Go see the movie. It was good. Good enough. That is my final verdict. All right, guys.
I agree with that.
I agree.
Yep. All right. Man, we all agree for once. That's
well,
awesome.
stay tuned for
Only
a
took 3
possible
movies.
part 2 where these two read the book.
Yeah, I definitely need to buy it. I'm gonna
Good luck with
Amazon
that.
it. I'm gonna Amazon it. I also wrote here too. I said Pete fulfilling Ray's wish is dope.
Yeah.
It's dope.
I was really hoping that because they did the switcheroo at the end that they would. My God, David's on another
know.
planet over there.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
I
Woo!
was really
I'll go to sleep.
hoping that because they did the
Opening.
switcheroo that he was that's a word, that he was gonna do.
I believe you.
Well, like Ray was gonna win and choose to get 2 people to be able to win at the end. That's what I was hoping was gonna happen.
That would have been great. A good ending, a happy ending. But Stephen King doesn't do it like that. That's not how he does it.
No,
He's
but because
the
they
worst
switched it, I
ending
was
That's
like,
not how I
oh, that would
write
have
it
been way
either.
better. No,
Oh,
but I loved
I
their
enjoyed it.
friendship so much, and it
Highest
hurt.
rated Stephen King movie, apparently.
This one? That doesn't surprise
What
me.
the hell just happened?
I don't know
What
what's
the
happening
hell
with
just
any of you guys.
A whole lot of
All right.
talking and freezing.
see you guys later. Like, follow,
Hey.
share, subscribe, leave a rating and review. Okay, you
Okay.
gotta do that shit.
Thank
Oh,
you.
the camera's down here, not up there now. It's down here. Okay.
Yeah, we do got to do that
All right.
more.
Laters.
Bye, everybody.